Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. So, how are you today? I hope you guys are doing okay. Okay, guys, so today we are going to continue our lesson. Okay, the topic that we are going to touch for today is okay, let me set up first. Okay. Okay, guys, so for today's topic, okay, we are going to study about ni hormone, okay, endocrine system. Okay, guys, so you have to know that endocrine system, okay, is a system that will enable our body to produce hormone. Okay, so let's read the introduction. So coordination system of the body need a cooperation between endocrine system and nervous system. So basically endocrine system and nervous system, they works together. Okay, so together in what? In maintaining homeostasis. Homeostasis. You still remember homeostasis? Homeostasis is a process to maintain internal environment. Okay, for example, internal environment, for example, the concentration of water, the concentration of blood pH, the concentration of blood glucose, everything should be normal. Okay, so in order to make it normal, we need a cooperation between these two systems, which are endocrine and nervous system. Okay, so even though both function have different function, they interact and complement each other to regulate and coordinate all process and activity in the cell. So what is endocrine system? Okay, so as I said, endocrine system is made up of gland that secrete chemical substance which is hormone. So endocrine system, okay, wait. Okay, I repeat again. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Okay guys, so let's continue. I'm sorry. Okay, so here it say that endocrine system is made up by gland. Okay, so endocrine gland are ductless gland. Maksudnya gland dia tu tak ada duct. Duct tu maksudnya ada saluran untuk keluarkan dia. Okay, so these are the example of glands, okay, that involved in endocrine system. Okay, I want to tell to you that okay, the whole thing here is called endocrine system. So for female and male body, some of them have the same gland, some of them have different gland. Okay, I want to emphasize here for endocrine system, even though in definition it say that endocrine system consists of gland, but some of the some of it is not gland. Some of them are organ. For example, here, pancreas, ovary, testis, and also hypothalamus. Those here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those four things are not gland. Instead, they are organ. So we can say that in endocrine system, they consist of gland and also organ, specific organ. Okay, so the example of gland present in the endocrine system, pituitary gland, dekat otak ni. Okay, and then we have thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is located, okay, here. Dekat mana ni? Okay, nanti kita belajar. And then adrenal gland. Adrenal gland, we have pair. We have pair of adrenal gland, okay, which is located at the top of our kidney. Ni kidney kita. Okay, so how many gland we have? 1, 2, 3. And then the next one is pancreas. Ni pancreas. So pancreas is also under endocrine system. And then we have ovary for female and testis for male. Okay, so let's go detail. Okay, so endocrine glands, okay, yang glands tadi dia cikgu cakap tadi kan, endocrine system ni dia ada glands dan juga ada organ. Okay, kita tengok yang glands dulu. So endocrine gland are ductless gland. Okay, so hormone are secreted directly into the blood flow. Okay, even though the hormone are transported through the body in the blood, the hormones only influence and affect specific target. And the hormone bind with a specific molecule receptor on the membrane surface of target cell and produce specific response. Okay. So endocrine system of hormone is made up by many glands. The glands secrete different hormone involve specific physiological process. The function of hormone can be divided into three main function, which is reproduction, growth, and homeostasis. Okay, so every different gland and organ will secrete different kind of hormone. Okay, so kita pergi kepada ni lah in detail. Awak tengok sini ya. Okay guys, so now we are going to study about the first gland. Okay, first gland kita adalah kita cerita pasal pituitary gland. So what are the hormone secreted by pituitary gland? Okay, kita tengok ya. So tengok pituitary gland dia ada dua So ni this is hypothalamus. Still remember I say pituitary gland tu is a branch from the hypothalamus. Ni kat dalam otak So pituitary gland is made up by two lobe. Okay, cabang ni ada dua which are posterior lobe and anterior lobe. So the whole thing here is pituitary gland. So we are going to study in detail what are the hormones secreted by these two pituitary gland So kalau posterior, okay, kita pergi pada posterior lobe dulu. Okay, posterior lobe of pituitary gland. So there are two hormone will be secreted. The first one is antidiuretic ataupun ADH. Okay, in the exam if you write ADH is fine. Okay, so this hormone will be secreted by posterior lobe and then it will go to the target organ. Still remember, right? I say, here. Hormone, I'm sorry. The hormone only influence and affect specific target. So maksudnya, for example, pituitary gland ni, dia hasilkan ADH, right? So pituitary gland ni, it will produce ADH. So this ADH will go to a target organ. Dia akan pergi ke target organ. So ADH tu will be brought to a target organ using our bloodstream. Dia guna yalah melalui darah lah. Okay, so dia akan pergi ke mana? Dia akan pergi kat kidney tubule. Kidney tubule tu maksudnya sel yang ada dalam kidney. Okay, what is the function? The function is to stimulate the reabsorption of the water. So ADH ni fungsi dia adalah it will stimulate the kidney to absorb more water. To absorb more water. Okay, that's all. So the next one is enzyme oxytocin. Oxytocin. Okay, so the target organ here, two, uterine muscle. Okay, the next one is mammary gland. So uterine muscle ni jumpa kat mana? Jumpa dekat uterus. You know uterus, right? Female have uterus. Okay, inside uterus there is a muscle called uterine muscle. So apa fungsi dia? Fungsi dia adalah untuk stimulate the contraction of uterine muscle during birth. Masa nak melahirkan anak maksudnya pituitary gland tu akan menghasilkan hormon oxytocin. Oxytocin tu daripada pituitary gland it will go to the target organ ataupun tissue which are uterine muscle. So apa yang akan terjadi? Dia akan menyebabkan ada respon. Respon ni apa? Stimulate the contraction of uterine muscle during birth. And then oxytocin also will be sent to the mammary gland. Untuk apa? To stimulate the production of milk from a mammary gland. So maksudnya untuk menghasilkan susu lah, susu ibu tu. Okay.
Okay, done with posterior loop. Now we go for anterior loop. Ni anterior yang sebelah sini pula. Okay, so the first hormone will be produced by anterior loop of pituitary gland is LH. LH ataupun luteinizing hormone. Okay, so there are two specific organ will be sent. Okay, the first one is ovary. So what will happen if ovary get LH? Stimulate ovulation, development of corpus luteum, secretion of estrogen and progesterone. Corpus luteum ni I will talk to you in the next slide. Okay. Okay, so kalau ovulation tu is a process where the ovary will release ovum. So maksudnya bila LH ni dihasilkan oleh pituitary gland dan dia akan hantar ke ovary. So this will make the ovary to release ovum. Maksudnya perempuan tu subur lah. Boleh faham? And then bear in mind, when LH is secreted to the ovary, this will stimulate the ovary to produce another hormone, which are estrogen and progesterone. Maksudnya bila pituitary gland hasilkan LH, dia akan stimulate ovary untuk hasilkan hormon yang lain, iaitu estrogen dengan progesterone. Yang ini kita akan bincang next slide. Okey, lepas tu hormon LH juga akan dihantar kepada testis. For what? To stimulate secretion of testosterone. Okey, apa fungsi testosterone ni? Kita akan belajar next slide nanti. Lepas tu growth hormone. Dia akan pergi kat mana? Pergi kat soft tissue ataupun bone. Okay, to stimulate growth, protein synthesis and fat metabolism. Okay, lepas tu ada hormon ACTH. Dia akan pergi ke mana? Adrenal cortex. Cortex ni kat mana? Ada dekat kita punya kidney. Kidney So stimulate the adrenal cortex to secrete hormone. Lepas tu kita ada hormon TSH. Okay, dia akan hantar kepada thyroid gland to stimulate thyroid to secrete thyroxine. Lepas tu FSH. Okay, dia akan hantar kepada dua tempat iaitu ovary and testis. So kalau dia hantar ke ovary akan buat apa? Stimulate the development of follicle in the ovary. So dalam ovary ada banyak follicle. Dalam follicle tu lah ada ovum. Okay, so ovum tu kalau dia nak membesar, follicle pun kena membesar. So kena ada hormon FSH. And the last one is testis. Dia akan hantar ke testis. Sebab apa? Sebab dia akan stimulate spermatogenesis. Okay, for those who don't know, spermatogenesis is a process to produce sperm. Okay. This hormone regulate the secretion of other hormone known as a stimulating hormone. Maksudnya adalah hormon-hormon yang dihasilkan oleh pituitary gland ni, dia akan stimulate other hormone to be produced. Macam tadilah, for example, bila kita hasilkan hormon LH, akan keluarnya hormon testosterone. Bila kita keluarkan hormon TSH, akan keluar hormon thyroxine. Itu maksudnya stimulating hormone. Can you understand? And then you see here, hormone can act directly on the targeted organ. Maksudnya dia akan, comot LH ni, dia akan pergi ke ovary dengan testis saja. Sebab apa? Because these two are the target organ ataupun target tissue. Dia akan takkan pergi ke tempat lain. Okay? Okay, the rest of this you can read on your own. Okay? Okay guys, so let's continue with other hormone. Okay, kita pergi kepada male dahulu. Okay, male and female. Okay, so basically, okay, yang ni, okay, the blue color here, okay, yang mana blue ke ni? Blue color, the dark blue here show that both of them have. Tapi kalau warna green ni, lelaki je ada. Kalau warna merah, perempuan je ada. Okay, kita pergi kepada yang dua-dua ada dahulu. Okay, kita pergi kepada thyroid gland dahulu. Ni thyroid ni. Ada kat mana? Ni cikgu rasa ada bahagian kita punya ni lah, esophagus ataupun kita punya trachea tu. Okay, kawasan situ. Okay, so thyroid gland ni, it will produce hormone thyroxine. So target organ ataupun tisu dia adalah all tissue. So maksudnya when the thyroid gland produce thyroxine, this thyroxine will go to all tissue. To what? To increase the rate of metabolism, to increase body temperature, and to regulate growth and development. Okay? The next one, adrenal gland. Ni adrenal gland ni you can find them in pairs. Dia ada dua, satu dan dua lah. It is located at the top of the kidney. Okay, so there are two hormone will be secreted by adrenal gland. The first one is aldosterone. Okay, so aldosterone hormone ni akan dihantar ke kidney. Fungsi dia apa? To increase reabsorption of salt. Dia akan increase absorption of salt tu. Okay, kalau adrenalin, dia akan pergi dekat mana hormon adrenalin ni? Pergi ke dekat heart. Selalunya kat heart lah. To increase what? To increase the heartbeat. Pernah tak awak dengar adrenaline rush? Adrenaline rush tu maksudnya awak berdebar-debar kan? Okay, so this adrenal gland, it will produce adrenaline hormone. Adrenaline hormone will be sent to the heart. To what? To increase the heartbeat, the respiratory rate, dan so on. Tapi at the same time, dia juga dihantar kat mana? Dekat muscle tissue. Why? Okay, to increase the level of sugar and fatty acid in the blood. Why? Because when you have sugar and fatty acid, it means that they can supply you more energy. Okay, and then to increase the rate of metabolism and contraction of blood vessel. Okay, and then pancreas. You see here, pancreas dia akan hasilkan dua hormon which is insulin and glucagon ni pancreas ni. Kalau insulin, okay, targeted organ dia mana? Liver, muscle and adipose tissue. So apa fungsi hormon ni? Fungsi hormon ni adalah untuk reduce the blood glucose level and promote conversion excess glucose into glycogen. So glucose ni digunakan untuk tukar apa? Tukar excess glucose into glycogen. And then glycogen tu simpan kat mana? Glycogen tu simpan dekat liver dan juga muscle. Sebab tu targeted organ dia adalah liver dan juga muscle. Lepas tu hormon seterusnya adalah glucagon. Glucagon ni fungsi dia apa? Terbalik saja. Macam tadi insulin tukar excess glucose kepada glycogen. Sekarang ni tukar saja. Glucagon ni tukar glycogen kepada glucose. So kenapa? So untuk apa? Untuk increase the blood glucose level. Sebab bila kita tukar glycogen kepada glucose, mesti glucose naik kan? Sebab tu this can increase the blood glucose. And this to promote the conversion of glycogen into glucose. Macam cikgu cerita tadi. Okay, the next one is testis. Testis ni orang lelaki je ada. Sebab tu it is under male only. So hormon yang dihasilkan adalah testosteron. Ingat kita tak cikgu cerita pasal testosteron tadi? Ni. Mana tadi? Ni. So bila LH tu dihasilkan oleh pituitary gland, dia akan menyebabkan testis tu menghasilkan hormon testosteron. So apa fungsi testosteron tu? Fungsi dia stimulate development of secondary sexual characteristic in the male. For example, lelaki tu akan tumbuh janggut, akan ada suara tebal, ada muscle dan sebagainya. Okay? So tempat tu targeted dia mana? Targeted dia adalah gonad. Gonad, okay, skin, muscle dan sebagainya lah. Ni estrogen, ni ovari pula. Ovari ni akan hasilkan dua hormon. Ni, awak tengok ni. Macam tadi cerita. Mana tadi? Ni. Estrogen kan? Okay, bila ada LH, dia akan menyebabkan ovari hasilkan estrogen. Awak tengok ni. Estrogen, okay, akan dihantar kepada mana? Gonad, skin, muscle and bone. Okay, apa fungsi estrogen tu? Stimulate development of secondary sexual characteristic. Contohnya female tu dia akan ada breast, flawless skin and so on. And matured in follicle. So bila follicle tu matured, ovum pun akan matured. And repair and stimulate thickening of uterus wall. Okay. Seterusnya adalah progesteron. Okay, dia akan hantar juga dekat gonad. Okay, so gonad tu maksudnya adalah private area. Okay, private area. Okay, stimulate development of uterus wall and formation of placenta. Okay, so that's the function of progesterone. Okay guys, so let's move a little bit. Okay, involvement of nervous system and endocrine in fight and flight situation. Okay, so this is how we can use the example how nervous system and endocrine they work together. Okay, so have you ever been in the state fight or flight situation? Fight tu maksudnya awak nak berdepan. Okay, sebagai contohlah awak berdepan dengan anjing. So you have to decision to make here. Either you want to run away. Run away tu maksudnya flight. Flight lah awak, you fly. You fly away from the dog. Okay, fight means that you want to fight the dog. Okay, you want to, face the dog. You want to attack the dog. Okay, guys. So that's what we call fight or flight situation. So fight and flight situation, it involve nervous system and endocrine system. So how this happen? Ni saya nak cerita ni. Okay, in emergency or a fight or flight situation, the hypothalamus will transmit nerve impulse to the adrenal medulla, and adrenal medulla cell are stimulated to secrete adrenaline. Okay. Okay, and noradrenaline. Susah sebut. Okay, and these two hormone will quickly produce a quick response in a fight or flight situation, and this cause an increase in heartbeat, respiratory rate, blood pressure, blood glucose level, and metabolic activity. Okay, okay guys, so some of you might not understand. Okay, I explain you once again. Okay, for example, when you see the dog and the dog want to chase after you. Okay, so what will happen is that when you see that dog, okay, for sure you will use so when you see the dog, what will happen is that hypothalamus awak tu, hypothalamus of the brain, okay, will send nerve impulse to the adrenal gland. Ni, adrenal gland ni. Ni adrenal gland. So apa adrenal gland tu akan hasilkan adrenaline. Okay, so for example, when you see a dog want to chase you, your hypothalamus will send. Hypothalamus kat otak kan? So cikgu buat macam ni lah. Hypothalamus of the brain will send nerve impulse to the adrenal gland. So awak tahu dia involve impulse kan? So kita boleh cakap nervous system. Nervous system lah kat situ. Lepas tu, when adrenal gland, okay, is stimulated, okay, adrenal gland tu akan hasilkan adrenaline. Okay, so adrenaline tu akan menyebabkan, akan menyebabkan semua benda ni. Heartbeat increase. Betul cikgu cakap tadi kan? Okay, heartbeat increase. Lepas tu respiratory increase, blood pressure increase, blood glucose increase, metabolic reactivity increase. Sebab apa awak tengok ni? What will happen if you have adrenaline? Sama kan ni? Respiratory increase, heartbeat increase, metabolic increase. Lepas tu level of glucose increase. Sama macam tadi. So sebab apa? Sebab apa? Why this have to happen? Sebab apa? Bila heartbeat awak increase, so it mean that you can transfer so many oxygen. Betul tak? So bila awak dapat transfer so many oxygen to your muscle, so it mean that you can get more energy. Energy tu digunakan untuk apa? Untuk lari daripada anjing ataupun awak nak berhadapan, awak nak lawan anjing tu. That's why we gain energy. Respiratory rate increase sebab apa? Sebab bila respiratory rate increase, maksudnya your breathing will increase. Bila breathing increase, awak akan lebih ambil banyak oksigen. Okay, blood pressure increase sebab apa? Sebab banyak glukos. Banyak glukos dan juga oksigen. So bila banyak oksigen, this will increase your blood pressure. Okay, blood glucose kenapa increase? Sebab, okay, in order to produce energy, you should have glucose. Dan juga metabolic activity tu. Ni awak tengok ni. The heart pump more oxygen and glucose to the brain and skeletal muscle because additional energy is needed to fight or run quickly. Fight tu maksudnya awak nak berdepan dengan anjing tu ataupun awak nak run, lari. So in an emergency, both endocrine system and nervous system work together to produce immediate response to deal with a dangerous situation. When this mechanism manage to control fight or flight situation, bodily change that have occurred return to a normal range. So maksudnya bila awak dah lari daripada anjing ataupun awak dah lawan anjing tu, you will be normal once again. Boleh faham? If you don't understand, you can rewatch again my video to listen again to my explanation. Okay guys, so let's go back here. Okay, so this show to you the difference and the similarity between endocrine system and hormone system. So kat tengah ni adalah show to you the the similarity. Okay, kalau yang ni yang sebelah kiri dan kanan show to you the differences. Okay, kita pergi satu-satu Okay. Okay, kalau nervous system and organ system, okay, both. Ingat kalau similarity you should start your word with the word both. Both contain targeted tissue and targeted organ. Betul lah macam endocrine, bila dia hasilkan hormon, hormon tu akan pergi kat target area. Macam nervous system dia tahu. Kalau contohnya receptor tu dia detect stimulus. Stimulus tu akan bila receptor detect stimulus, so receptor akan hantar nerve impulse kepada specific organ iaitu brain. Untuk apa? Untuk proses. Okay, produce a response to a stimuli and then both function regulate all activity of the body. Okay, awak tengok sini Okay, kalau nervous system duration of effect is short. Okay, and then endocrine take long. Sebab apa? Sebab dia involve producing hormone. So take time lah. Kalau yang ni tak perlukan hormon. Sebab tu dia short sekejap saja. Yang ni consist of ductless endocrine system. Yang ni made up by networks of neuron. Neuron tu yang ada yang cikgu ajar dulu kan, ada afferent neuron, interneuron, afferent neuron. Tapi yang ni ada ductless endocrine glands ataupun endocrine organ. Lepas tu ni apa? Kalau endocrine system, signal is delivered by chemical substance which is hormone. Dia involve hormone. Kalau ini involve electrical ataupun nerve impulse. Boleh? Okay, lepas tu apa? Response is slow and prolonged. Okay, ini response quick and immediate. Sebab apa? Yang ni kan involve hormone kan. Hormone nak produce lagi, nak hantar lagi. So, take time. Yang ni effect. Okay, kalau nervous system, effect on impulse produce response of the organ. Yang ni effect of the hormone produce a response in a several organ. Sebab apa? Kita tahu hormon ni dia akan pergi kat targeted area saja. Kalau yang ni produce impulse of the organ. Boleh faham? Okay guys, so let's go to the last section for today. So the health issue related to the endocrine system. Okay guys, so I think for this one, I want to make a homework for you. Okay, so how many digits we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we should have 6 group. Okay, so the detail for this task, I will deliver on Telegram. Okay guys, so I think that's all for hormone section. So for the next topic, we are going to study about homeostasis. Okay, please rewatch the video if you don't understand. Okay, please write down your name and class on the comment section for attendance. Okay, if you have any question, you can PM me. Okay, so I think that's all for today. So have a nice day. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.